been so long, you've been so tough. You've kept it up, you've kept me up. Been standing tall, keeping strong, and I'm doing well. I'm eating more, and though you might think that you're fine, you need someone. And though you've been in your time, you need someone to love.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's been about 3 weeks since I last updated. I'm gonna start doing these probably. Ideally, I was gonna do like every once a week, but now since now that channel is starting to get older, it's not too many updates in terms of like changes, like really noticeable changes every week, like week by week. So I think every 3 weeks is probably more ideal in terms of updates. So yeah, big update is Shell is 23 weeks now, and he started losing his teeth right around the 5-month mark, and I wasn't sure it was gonna happen, but just like all the bugs and websites say that around 5 months they'll start losing their baby teeth. So it was kind of interesting because I noticed he wasn't really chewing on like his bully sticks anymore, and then I noticed that he was missing he was missing a lot of his like little bottom teeth. It was just showing a bunch of gums. It was kind of funny. And what's weird is just I don't know what happens to the teeth. Like I don't know if he swallows them or if they fall out, but there was actually one tooth that I found. It was just like this tiny little white tooth that I stepped on with my bare foot here at home on the floor, and yeah, at first I thought it was a piece of rice. I'm like, man, it's freaking hard. But yeah, it was one of his baby teeth, and as slow as they are, as fast as they're falling out, they're actually growing even faster. Like I thought I was gonna have to put him on soft food for a while, but really his new adult teeth were just starting to pop out of his gums within like I less than a week, maybe a few days. Yeah, but so the caveat to that is, since he is teething again, or his teeth are growing out again, he's getting pretty nippy. It's I definitely think it's a lot more nippier than when he was a younger puppy. I don't know if it's more. I think it's just like he's older, a little older, and he's stronger. So like these little bites, they just hurt a lot more. So that gets a little tough. But just use the same strategies that you've been using earlier, and it helps a lot. It's a lot more controllable. Just the timeouts, ignoring, things of that nature. Usually, like, even if I don't give him a timeout and I just ignore him, like, say, cover my hands or feet under a blanket or a pillow, he'll like bark a little, keep trying to bite, but then eventually just stops and he just hangs out. So one major thing that happened in his last 3 weeks is, so Shiloh actually went to the ER for the first time, and it was a really it was a pretty traumatic experience for all of us, myself, Jen, and Shiloh. So what happened was he was just playing outside in our yard and he ate a wild mushroom that's growing on the ground. And at first, that we kind of didn't think it was a big deal, but we started. We actually saw it happen, so and it was our fault. We could have prevented it, but we didn't. So yeah, he ate a wild mushroom, and that grew. That it's like the typical white mushrooms that grow in the grass, and I guess there's two types, and they look exactly the same. One, the particular one that you should worry about is called a false parasol. I believe it's called. It's like a white mushroom. It kind of like a. It looks like a flaky top. It looks like just every other mushroom, to be honest. But yeah. So we took him to the ER, and it was pretty. It was pretty crazy because he wasn't showing any symptoms at all. But we did it as like a precaution, and they said we did the right thing. So pretty much anytime your dog or puppy eats a wild mushroom, you're gonna want to just assume that it's toxic unless you're I guess like unless you're an expert and you know exactly what they ate. So yeah, so when we took him in, we thought they were just gonna run some tests and then say it was all good and then just monitor him, see if he throws up or has diarrhea. But yeah, they were like worried. They said since he didn't show any symptoms, they had to monitor him. And what's scary about these mushrooms, or this particular mushroom, the false parasol, is by the time they start showing symptoms, it could be anywhere from 3 to 6 hours. It could, you never know, but it could be too late. It could cause like some, like I guess liver failure, I believe, is what could happen. But once that happens, they say there's pretty much nothing you can do about it. So what they did was they kept him overnight in the hospital and monitored him. They basically I think they gave him something to force him to throw up, and yeah, they had to get him to force him to throw up, and then they fed him like some kind of activated charcoal to absorb any of the poison, and yeah, it was probably like his first time like staying over the night away from us, and we basically didn't really know if he was gonna be okay or not till the next morning. But pretty much around like less than 24 hours, the next morning, like at 10 a.m., they called us and they said they monitored him and he seems pretty stabilized, and we could take him home. And it was tough seeing him because we got him from the hospital, and I guess they had to do like an IV or drop blood or something. So his whole arm was shaved where they gave him a shot, and he was just he just didn't seem like himself. He was just really tired, wasn't eating, and didn't like. At first, I was worried that he hated me because like he was with me, but he didn't want to. He wouldn't like follow me around or try to get my attention to play with him or anything. He did the whole day. And yeah, but that actually only lasted like a day. So after that, he quickly returned back to normal. But it was it was scary. But it seemed like he changed because ever since then, he became a lot more like affectionate. I feel like he became a lot more affectionate with us. He's a lot closer. Likes to just hang out with us. Like usually in the morning, he'd always want to like play right. Like he'd want to use a bathroom and then play right away. So I used to have to like wear him out before he kind of chills and hangs out for a second. Sorry. And and now he just like gets up in the he just hangs out in the morning with us, like watches TV, drinks, enjoys her coffee. Hey, Shiloh, come here. I want to show them something. Come here. It's okay. Stay here. Actually, I have him right here. So it's actually been 3 weeks since that happened. But you see, right here, his little arm. The hair is starting to grow back, but that's where he got his shot. And yeah, he's doing a lot better now. I don't know if you can see. Can you show your teeth? He doesn't want to show his teeth right now, but yeah, his teeth are all growing in nice. So yeah, that was our hospital experience. Hopefully you guys don't have to go through it, but if you do, yeah, take him in right away. It's it was at a point where it just man, we just couldn't we couldn't stop thinking about like if he was gonna be okay. We couldn't even sleep. Very stressful. But we're glad it's okay. And you know, now we're kind of like helicopter parents with him now when we take him out, especially in the grassy area. And I'm always looking for mushrooms before I even let him go out and play. And it's just you know, most dogs, I think a lot of dogs just ignore them, but like he was just curious, so he put it in his mouth. Because we have other dogs here and some younger ones too, and none of them even like sniffed the mushroom, you know. But he's a curious boy. So yeah, that's it. Anything else? You are scared, losing teeth. That's about it. His appetite's pretty big. We increased his food intake, and oh, you know what's one thing that's kind of different that happened? That's not that wasn't like this in the previous videos. Sometimes he won't eat his food unless I feed it by hand, and yeah, it's kind of weird. It's not all the time though. Like, so he'll do it sometimes, and there'll be other times when he'll just eat out of his bowl. Or sometimes I'll have to put a little bit of treat on top of his food in the bowl, or even like put his kibble, like kind of like hide it in a snuffle mat or like underneath like paper cups, so he could have a challenge to get his food. And he'll usually eat everything if I do that. I don't know if that's all puppies or if it's just like unique to poodles, but it just seems like he wants to be challenged a little bit, which is all good. But there's also times when I just leave his food out, he doesn't eat it, and he eventually does. So I think he's like, I think good. I don't think he's gonna starve himself. It seems like he's smart. He'll self-regulate, and he'll eat when he wants to, and once he's full, he'll stop. But anyways, that's it for week 23. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.